Why did the sales price of my new construction home increase so much? It's easy to get lured into buying a new construction home only to find out down the road that the final purchase price has gone up quite a bit more than you anticipated. Today, I'll be talking about the most common ways the purchase price of your new construction home can increase. Hi, I'm Jessica with the Genung team in Real Broker, and we specialize in helping clients buy new construction homes and helping folks move to our area. We are relocation specialists, and new construction specifically is about 50% of my business. Let's get right to it. The pricing you see on the builder website next to the various floor plans is not likely to be your final price. They are usually advertising the base price of each floor plan. Let's talk about the base price versus the final price, but before we do, we need to understand that there are two types of builders. I describe the first bucket of builders as value builders. These builders are targeting a more budget-conscious buyer and have limited custom selections you can choose from. You're typically not going to the design center to customize your home. Maybe you'll be able to choose from a couple different cabinet colors, select from a couple different kitchen countertop materials, and maybe you can upgrade from a limited selection of flooring choices. Examples of these builders in our area are D.R. Horton, Lennar Homes, and Meritage Homes. The other bucket of builders, if you purchase the home early enough in the process, offer a more customizable home. You will be going to the design center to customize and upgrade the interior of your home, which is going to increase the price, of course. If you are purchasing a home in the dirt lot phase, you are going to get to customize it and go to the design center. But as time goes on, if a dirt lot doesn't sell, the builder is going to continue construction and they're going to have cutoffs and you're not going to be able to customize it as much. So sometimes the customizable builders will have spec homes that are already going to be decided for you and you won't get to choose. By the way, with these customizable builders, it is not unusual to add an additional 10% to the purchase price as a rule of thumb. So if you are buying a $500,000 home, it is not unusual to get to $550,000 in the blink of an eye once you add in some of these additional options. What exactly increases the price, you might be wondering? We're going to go over that now, starting with structural options. This mostly applies to the customizable builders, as you are not likely to have many, if any, structural options to choose from with the value builders. Maybe you want the built-on structural patio cover. Those can be quite expensive, easily $15,000 to $20,000 or more to add on a patio cover with the builder. Maybe you want to add a sink in the laundry room. Maybe you want to convert the loft into the fifth bedroom instead of having it be a loft, or you want to run a gas line out to the backyard for a future barbecue. My clients often want to open up the stair rail. Instead of having the half pony wall, they select that option. Some communities don't have a bathtub standard in the primary bathroom, and some will give you the option to add that. The oversized glass sliding doors are another feature in the models that my clients often want in their new home. These are all examples of structural items that are going to increase the price. Let's move on to solar panels. In our area, there have been some changes. California is making a push for homes to go all electric. Most of the new construction and existing resale homes that I've been selling are almost always a combination of natural gas powered and electric. Canyon Lake and only a few other communities in our Menifee, Murrieta, and Temecula area are all electric. But like I said, now California is making a push for all electric, and you need to be aware of that potential big change. If new homes and communities really are going to be all electric, eventually they are going to be phasing out the gas cooktops, which a lot of people, such as myself, like to cook on gas. So I'm not very happy about this potential change. Getting back to solar and power, since 2020, the state of California has mandated new construction builders to have solar panels on the roofs of all new homes. Now, there are a couple different ways to handle solar. You as the buyer can purchase the solar panels and that will be added to the purchase price of your home. There can be a sizable tax credit if you qualify when purchasing the panels. A lot of my clients do end up going the purchase route. Another option is to lease the panels, and this choice is usually quite affordable, normally around $100 to $200 a month. If you decide that you would like to purchase the panels outright, keep in mind that panels have previously not been that expensive, but now the panels are certainly getting more expensive because of that push to go all electric. Now these communities are also having to include the batteries with the solar system, and that really jacks up the price. In some communities, it seems like the addition of the batteries is doubling the price of the solar system. I used to see solar panels ranging from about $15,000 to $20,000, but now for the communities that are having to include the backup batteries, those systems seem to be more in the range of $30,000 to $40,000. Previously, before the requirement for the backup batteries, your furnace would be natural gas. Your hot water heater would be tankless and take up very little room in your garage, and it would run on natural gas as well. Your cooktop would be natural gas also. So you didn't need a huge solar panel system. But now that they're putting in the bigger solar systems with the backup batteries, those communities are coming with the big hot water tank, like the 40-gallon one that runs, it's an electric tank. During this California mandated transition, most communities are offering both natural gas and electric hookups. Design Center. If you are choosing one of these builders where you can do a lot of customization to the home, then you are going to work with the Design Center people to select options. Examples of builders in our area with more customization are going to be Pulte Homes, Woodside Homes, and Tri-Point Homes as an example. At these builders, anything added at the Design Center is going to increase your purchase price. Examples of upgrades at the Design Center would be cabinets, countertops, adding recessed lighting and electrical options, adding cameras or a security system, upgraded appliance packages and chef's kitchens configurations, faucets, fixtures, and doorknobs. Flooring is a big ticket item that comes up a lot. It's often the priciest item that I see on my clients' options list. It's easy to add $20,000 to $30,000 in upgraded flooring. That is to upgrade to nice flooring, but we are not talking super high-end materials for that quote. I'm going to be making a future video talking about how much are the upgrades on average at the Design Center. Put it on the to-do list. Another item that increases the price is lot premiums. If the lot is kind of average, there might be a small lot premium, maybe like $3,000 to $5,000. If the lot is larger or has some other significant feature like a view or prime location in the community, or it's on a cul-de-sac, that's a different story. I've seen lot premiums in popular communities go for $50,000 to $75,000, even as high as $100,000. Lot premiums can be crazy. So if you want the large lot, if you want the cul-de-sac, if you want the view, that is going to increase the price of the home. So you're going to want to make sure that you factor that in when you're doing your search. Real quick, if you are finding this information helpful, please like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. That helps us get our content out for more people, and it helps our channel. Thanks so much. The last one we'll talk about is elevation premiums. The builders often have 3 to 4 floor plans within a community, and each individual floor plan has around 3 to 4 different exterior styles to choose from. They call that the elevation, and the elevations that have more stone or brick or customized work on the exterior, those are going to be more. Many communities in our area have a Spanish style elevation that is mostly stucco. That's normally going to be your least expensive elevation. If you are wanting a home with more stone and brick on the exterior, that's going to increase the price. Do not sign on the dotted line for a new construction home if you have not been told by the sales rep what the exterior style of the home is going to be and what the paint color scheme is going to be. You might tour the model home and decide to go with that floor plan. Well, exterior styles are specific to each lot and are predetermined before the community construction begins. So you need to make sure that you're okay with the exterior style on your lot and you're okay with the color schemes, and they should be able to show you sample materials or pictures and colors. It has happened in my career that there have been some bad color schemes. I specifically remember working in a certain Lennar community in Heritage Lake in Menifee. One of the color schemes was this yellowy orange color. It was awful. The builder should have just redone that paint color scheme on that home because they had a lot of difficulty selling that particular colored home. So when my clients were buying in there, and I had a lot of clients purchase in there, when we were picking out lots, I was just saying to myself, please do not be the yellow orange one that everybody hates. After you move in, there will be some additional costs as well, such as backyard landscaping, window coverings, and interior paint if you plan to put color on your walls. I go into more detail about those costs in this video here. I didn't mean to scare you with all of these potential added costs, but these are important things that you need to know. My suggestion is that you start with the end in mind. What I mean by that is have your max budget you are wanting to spend and work backwards from there. When doing an initial consultation with a knowledgeable and experienced realtor that specializes in new construction, they will be able to guide you towards communities that fit your end budget. I am here. If you have any questions, feel free to call, text, or leave a comment below. We'll see you next week. Bye.